Hi, this is Carlos Diaz, Library Associate at St. John the Baptist Parish Library, and this is a book talk. Today's book talk is The Relive Box and Other Stories by T.C. Boyle, a raucous collection of short stories from an astonishingly inventive and best-selling writer T.C. Boyle, who's known as one of the greatest American novelists. He's also an accomplished expert in the short story. In the Relive Box, his first collection following two hugely influential collected volumes, Boyle's crackling wit and thematic range combined with a penetrating social consciousness to produce his trademark, inventive, and often crushingly comic short fiction. From the titular story, featuring a so-called relive box that allows users to experience anew almost any moment from their past, to the 5-pound burrito, a tale of a man aiming to build the biggest burrito in town, the 12 stories in this collection represent a whole new way of looking at the world from one of the best storytellers at work today. The Relive Box is an exuberant, linguistically dazzling book from someone the Boston Globe has said is such a good storyteller it'll probably take, as in the late great Alice Munro's case, the Nobel Prize, or retirement for us to realize what tremendous talent has lain right in front of our noses. The themes are environmentalism, fanaticism, and the unintended consequences of technology. And that's it. What we have here is a collection of short stories. And there is a difference between a collection and an anthology. A collection of short stories is stories that have been collected, written by the same author. An anthology is a collection of short stories written by several authors. So there's a difference there. Um, I last read T.C. Boyle's Wild Child, which was published in 2010, and I read it in about a decade ago, 2014, when I had a staycation. Took a week off of work, and I just read books and went to the city, did some fun stuff. Take a staycation; you'll enjoy it. Trust me. Anyway, I read The Wild Child, and I was enamored with T.C. Boyle, and I started reading his books. I've been reading a couple of his books from time to time, but his short stories are really a masterpiece. I fancy myself a short story writer, and one day I'd like to publish one. And but until then, I'm reading great short stories to give me some good material. And this one, T.C. Boyle, The Relive Box, the titular story, is it's a sci-fi story, and it was published in a sci-fi magazine, won a couple of awards in that arena, and it was published in the New Yorker too. And what I really enjoyed about that one is that the Relive Box, you have to suspend reality, and you just have to go with it. I'm not big into sci-fi, but I do enjoy time travel, and this one, the Relive Box, has elements of time travel. So time travel is impossible, but at a certain point, you just have to suspend reality and go with it, and that's what you get with the Relive Box, and you get the same with other stories too. The 5-pound burrito, you get other stories like The Fugitive, you get other short stories in there, and it's only a dozen, and Cersei, Subtract One Death. Those are all great stories, and some of them are even meta, where like he lets you know that you're reading a short story, and that's what I love about T.C. Boyle, is that he plays with style, with form. It's just not the conventional prose. He'll give you a little something extra. And I've said this before: the short story is like a vehicle. It'll take you places. You really don't know where you're going to go with a short story. Whereas a novel, you've got a plot, you've got an outline. A short story, it's 10, 12 pages. You're in, you're out. And that's the thing about this short story collection, that it's a dozen stories, and it's only 250 pages. So you can definitely read it in a weekend, like the weekend that we have coming up. It's a long one. It's Labor Day weekend, so want to grab a good book to read, you can. This one is definitely available for you. We have it. We got it. If not the print edition, we definitely have. I get a chance to plug Libby, as I always do. We have a we have the edited the ebook version. I'm sorry, and we also have the audio version. So you can go ahead and get notified when a copy becomes available in either the ebook or the audiobook format. So if you're looking for a great book to read, 250 pages, something fun, something interesting, something thought-provoking, I highly recommend that you give T.C. Boyle's The Relive Box and Other Stories a chance. So I hope you've enjoyed this review, and thank you very much. This was Carlos Diaz, and this was a book talk.